Alright, so right here we got my stock four-wheel drive Civic wagon. I got a D16 A6 in here. Everything on this car is bone stock, and I'm gonna go ahead and slap a eBay turbo kit on it. I've had good luck with these turbos before. I ran that same turbo on my other Civic I got back at home, and I made good power on them. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start pulling stuff apart, pull the bumper off, pull the exhaust manifold off, just check for clearance. I do wanna try to keep my AC if I can, because this is my daily. So that would be nice if I could get everything to fit in there. But I won't be sure unless I pull it all apart to find out. Been finessing with this thing for a bit. I finally got the manifold and turbo in there. I did have to take this AC line off right here to get that down in there. My system's already doesn't have any pressure in it, so that popped off no problem. I also found out that this downpipe I got right here is not gonna fit. It just hits on too much stuff. It doesn't fit in there right, doesn't line up, so I'm just gonna have to make my own. Alright, so now I'm just letting the oil drain out. I'm going to have to pull the pan off pretty soon to tap it for the return line. And I'm also going to pull the oil filter off and put a sandwich plate on to get an oil feed going to the turbo. I just went to the hardware store. I just picked up this piece of rod on the pit bike. Had it fixed to the handlebars. But I'm just going to cut a little piece of this off and weld it to the oil pan on the wagon. And this is how I'm going to get oil back into the pan from the return line. I'm just gonna hose clamp it onto that. Gotta pull the hatch out, make some room. Wagon's just sitting outside right now. All right, it took forever, but I finally got the oil pan off. I guess on these four-wheel drive Wagos, it is a bitch. I had to pull the transfer case off and the drive shaft and whole bunch of shit just to get to this pan, just so I can make the return line. But I finally got it off. I got all the oil cleaned off of it for the most part. So now I'm just gonna fit it back up there, see where I want to drill the hole for the return, and get that drilled out and get it welded in, and then start putting everything back together. So I got the bung welded on. Now I'm just gonna get any metal shavings out of the pan. There's still some left from when I was drilling. So once I get the pan cleaned out, get all these old parts cleaned off, just gonna throw it all back together and then get the return on there. And hopefully from there I'll be able to start it up. Alright, I just got everything hooked up. I got oil in there. I put tranny fluid in it. I'm gonna start it up. First startup right here. Has never been run before. And there's no downpipe right now. That's not good. Alright, so on that first startup I was a little worried because the turbo wasn't spinning, but that is because this right here is made for like a internal wastegate, this hole right here. And when you have a downpipe, this hole gets blocked. So right now all the exhaust is just coming out this hole instead of spinning the turbine. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up again because now I know everything's all good. Maybe just give it a little rev just to get the turbo going, just to make sure it's all going right. Hopefully it's getting oil. I really hope it's getting oil. So yeah, everything should be going good. I just gotta get that downpipe on there. So now all I need to do is get the downpipe made and get some intercooler piping ran to the intake, make some boost, and I should be good to go.